You're welcome. Good. By the way, greatest question of the day. I don't know if anyone's going to touch that.
I
Greatest
mean,
question.
it extends way beyond.
Hi,
What's up? How are you?
I'm doing great, especially now when I can be able to speak with the two of you.
Aw.
So I actually finished the show just a few days
You watched
ago.
all six?
I've watched them all. Yeah.
There we go. See? All right. I like it. Here we go. Uh-oh.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm going to have to ask Alessandro if you went to P.J. to ask about how to play a famous director on screen, as he has done so many times.
I learned everything I know from PJ.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Good. By the way, greatest question of the day. I don't know if anyone's going to touch that.
I
Greatest
mean,
question.
it extends way beyond just
life, parenting, all
playing
of it.
this
Yeah,
role.
yeah.
He's a model for me
Yeah.
on so many levels.
Yeah. So that was for the viewers afterwards. Obviously, a shout out to Adam from The Voice.
Adam Moore, the world's greatest director.
Yeah.
World's greatest director.
Exactly. All kidding aside, Bert Snyder was he's the real guy, and a lot of this story kind of came to life because of the interviews that were done with him. So I'm guessing that was a lot of help for you, not Adam maybe, but the actual guy. So how much of that did you use to find the character?
Yeah, I mean that was my main resource because Josh Byrne, who wrote the article that the series took its inspiration from, had done a very long interview with Bert just before he died. How long ago did he die? 5, 6 years ago or something?
Yeah.
And so it was near the end of his life. They're just totally fascinating. He handed the tapes over to me, all of them, and there were hours and hours of it. And he talked all about this whole era and his time before that, growing up, his relationship with his dad, discovering the monkeys, working with Terrence Malick after in Days of Heaven, and he just talked about Huey in particular. I mean, there was something almost like cultishly obsessed with Huey about him in the way that he spoke about him, even as an old man, but nearly dead.
Yeah.
And
that
that kind of just became, that was the main tip off for me, was just that he really was kind of in love with Huey. He called him the smartest man that he'd ever met. I mean, he was just ready to kind of lay down his life for him.
Yeah. And just the idea of making a fake movie to save his friend's life, that it's like a story that is too good to be true but actually happened. So that's pretty out there.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. So how much of this did you guys know from before? Did you know any about the things that occurred?
I honestly had no idea, and it was that was part of the excitement. And when you learned it, like, I can't believe this is true. You got to play these real characters in history. You got to share with America the story of Huey P. Newton, a little bit of the story of the Black Panthers, which I thought was critical. But what
I had read Easy Rider's Raging Bulls.
Oh,
You know that book? Have you heard of that book? If you haven't read it,
amazing.
No, I haven't.
And you care about movies, you should read it. It's so entertaining. It's all about
it's
this
on my list
era.
now.
There is some reference to it, but nothing like the kind of
depth we go into
detail of this story. I didn't know about the movie, the fake movie.
I had no idea.
And now having done this, with the Black Panther, we're also obviously waiting for the Rhino. So that's coming next.
You're waiting for what?
The Rhino.
The Rhino. Oh yes, yeah. Yeah, that's coming next. Maybe we'll get to talk again about that.
I hope so. So thanks a lot for your time.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure speaking with you.
Great to talk
And
to
ours,
you.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care.
Take care, buddy.